Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diving into a pistol that's been making some waves. The Palmetto State Armory Dagger Micro C1. Stick around to find out if this affordable Micro 9 is worth your time and money. We're going to break down everything from its specs to how it performs at the range. Plus, I'll share my honest thoughts after putting over 500 rounds through this Dagger Micro C1. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Alright, let's start off by listing out the specs. The Dagger Micro C1 is a striker-fired pistol chambered in 9mm. The 3.41-inch barrel is made from stainless steel with a black DLC finish and has a 1 in 10 twist rate. When it comes to iron sights, this one has a white dot day front and rear sights that are made out of metal. It's optic cut with the popular Shield RMSC footprint, and it's low enough to co-witness with your iron sights. The slide is made out of stainless steel and has a black Cerakote finish. The grip is made out of polymer. It comes with one 15-round magazine. It weighs 17.4 ounces unloaded. Its overall length is 7.1 inches, overall width is 1.1 inch, and the overall height is 4.7 inches without the magazine. First off, I've got to say, for the price of this pistol, I'm pretty impressed for what you get. Let's break down the details and start with the grip and ergonomics. The grip on the Dagger Micro C1 feels good in hand with a texture that's mild but still better than what you get on a Glock 43X. One thing I really appreciate is how the texture extends higher up on the grip than most other pistols, and even covers parts of the trigger guard. This provides extra control and stability during shooting. There's enough room here for me to get a full grip without my finger hanging off, which is a nice touch, especially for a micro pistol. The undercut on the trigger guard is more pronounced than on a Glock 43X, which contributes to being able to get a full grip. For me, this undercut works well, enhancing comfort and control. However, a friend of mine did mention that one of his knuckles hurt after shooting it, so it might be a mixed bag depending on your hand size and grip style. Comparing the grip texture, it's less grippy than the SIG P365, but like I said earlier, it's definitely an improvement over the Glock 43X. Now let's take a look at the trigger. The trigger's alright, but I do have a couple of gripes. Firstly, it's curved instead of flat, and secondly, it's a hinge design. Personally, I'm not a big fan of hinge triggers, but that's a subjective preference. Honestly, for the price of this pistol, I was expecting the trigger to be worse, so I was pleasantly surprised that it performed better than my initial expectations. While it's not perfect, it's definitely serviceable, especially considering the overall value this pistol offers. That being said, let me ghost the trigger for you so you can see what I'm talking about. So you have a longer pre-travel than I like, then you hit a wall, you have some creep, and then a break. And here's the reset. It's a little longer than I prefer, and the reset pushes your finger out a little bit too, which is nice. Overall, it's a decent trigger. Now let's move on to the shooting experience. When it comes to shooting, the compensator does help with the muzzle flip a bit, offering about the same amount of muzzle flip reduction as you get with the SIG XMacro. This makes the shooting experience more manageable, despite the inherent snappiness of a Micro 9. I haven't cleaned or lubed this pistol. The way it came in is the way I've used it. Despite this, the reliability has been great, with over 500 rounds fired without a single malfunction. Keep in mind, this is a sample size of 1, but it's a promising start. The slide serrations work well, providing a decent grip, although I wish they were just a little bit deeper. This would give an even better hold when racking the slide. Speaking of which, the slide is noticeably harder to rack compared to other Micro 9 pistols I've used. It's something to be aware of, especially if you have less hand strength or are new to handling firearms. Now let's move on to features versus price. When comparing the Dagger Micro C1 to the Glock 43X, the Micro Dagger C1 really stands out with several stock features that the Glock 43X doesn't offer right out of the box. These include the integrated compensator, which helps with muzzle flip, and a better grip texture that extends higher up on the grip and even covers parts of the trigger guard. Additionally, the Dagger Micro C1 comes with metal iron sights, whereas the Glock 43X still comes with those cheap plastic ones. Another advantage of the Dagger Micro C1 is the higher trigger guard undercut, which allows for a higher grip on the pistol. This can improve control and comfort during shooting. The magazine is made out of metal, but the front part is covered with plastic. This design gives the magazine the durability of metal, but allows the use of a plastic magazine button, reducing wear and tear between plastic parts compared to metal on plastic interaction. For the price, I was honestly expecting the Dagger Micro C1 to be worse, so I was happy that it was better than I expected. These added features provide a lot of value, making the Dagger Micro C1 a strong contender in a Micro 9 market, especially for those who want more out of their firearms without spending too much. With all that being said, here are my final thoughts. Overall, the Palmetto State Armory Dagger Micro C1 offers a lot for its price point. Ergonomics are good, providing a decent grip with a higher trigger guard undercut and well-placed texture. The reliability has been great, even though I haven't cleaned or lubed this pistol and shot over 500 rounds without a single malfunction. The accuracy is good, making it a reliable choice for both beginners and experienced shooters. Additionally, the extra features like the integrated compensator, metal iron sights, and improved grip texture sets it apart from the competitors like the Glock 43X. For the price, it's hard to find another Micro 9 that offers as much value as the Dagger Micro C1. However, there are a few areas where I'd love to see PSA make some improvements in the future. First, it would be great if the grip texture was slightly more aggressive to enhance control. Second, the slide serrations could be a little bit deeper to provide a better hold when racking the slide. Third, changing the curve trigger to a flat trigger would improve the shooting experience. And lastly, while I know I'm asking for a lot for this price range, including a second magazine would be a great addition, giving you at least one backup magazine. So there you go. That's my take on the Dagger Micro C1. What do you think? Would you consider adding this to your collection? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the review. Also, if you're in the market for CCW insurance, check out Right to Bear. Link is in the description below. Use coupon code UBR10 to get 10% off your entire order. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.